Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You guys may hear all the ruckus and all the noise that's happening right now, and they're actually putting up the tree down here in Civic Plaza in Albuquerque. But in today's video, guys, we're going to be going over some of the top areas to live in Albuquerque right now. I know I've done other videos on some areas that you should be looking into and stuff like that, but really, this is going to be a bit of a bigger picture, kind of going into maybe some other cities or suburbs, as niche.com calls them, and really going over what they have to say about this list. So hang tight, grab your pen and your pad, and let's get right into today's video. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning into the Living in Albuquerque channel, do yourself a huge favor, hit that subscribe and notification bell down at the bottom. That way you guys never miss out on any kind of videos, because we are dropping videos every week talking about what our beautiful city of Albuquerque has to offer. Now, aside from doing these videos, guys, I am also a licensed broker, and that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. And whatever you guys are thinking about when it comes to moving to Albuquerque, Rancho, Los Lunas, or anywhere in New Mexico at that, feel free to hit us up. Me and my team would love to hop on a quick call with you guys, talk about all the different areas, pull up the map, and really get into details about the move. Now, I get the question asked all the time, Eli, what area should I look into? What city should I look into? What is your opinion? And really, it's really going to be person specific and exactly what you're looking for when it comes down to moving from wherever you're at in the United States right now. Because if you're watching this, you want to get out from wherever you're at for either a financial reason, things are changing, or just culture wise. But really, Albuquerque is welcoming in a whole different category of people, and that's going to be the people who are just looking for something simple, easy, and when it comes to life, just something that feels normal and affordable, really. So in today's list, I'm going to be going over some of the top 5 areas that you guys need to be paying attention to when it comes down to moving here. So let's go. Alrighty, guys, our first area is going to be the west side. Now, the west side of Albuquerque is just a big area. I would say it covers more than a quarter of Albuquerque, alongside from the South Valley, that it covers another quarter of Albuquerque. And really, you're moving to the west side because you're looking for something that's a little bit more family orientated. You're looking for some more residential living, long-term residents, people that aren't coming and going like renters. And you're also looking for something that has all the convenience, right? Because the west side definitely has all the shopping centers. You got the Cottonwood Mall, the Sprouts, all that stuff on that side of town. And really right now on that side of town, an average home goes for around $390K. Now, that's going to be for a resale house. If you are looking at Pulte, D.R. Horton, and some of those areas where they're starting to build more newer residential areas, they're going around for 400. Now that you're talking about Pulte, D.R. Horton, and all those places build new home residential areas on the west side. Now, if you are wondering, hey, Eli, what does it have in terms of convenience for family, amenities, and stuff like that, you are going to be seeing more Presbyterian urgent cares go up in that area. So they are going to have that convenience wherever you go, especially if you are looking for shopping, groceries, and all that stuff. If you're wondering what the school system is like, there's tons of schools to pick from on that side of town, and you're pretty much going to be in the Volcano District area, and you're also going to be in the Bosque private school kind of living quarters there. So really tons to choose from, family orientated, Bosque trails, tons of things to do. You want to go to the petroglyphs, you want to go to the volcanoes and all the trails that are up there. You're going to just enjoy yourself, especially if you have kiddos. So you want to take them outside, you want to have walking trails, it's all going to be in that side of town. Albuquerque is just full of art, guys. I mean, they've had this displayed, all through summer, just letting the people who come down to the convention center just enjoy what we have to offer. There's always something going on here. And, to bring up the next area, it's going to be the #1 place to live. And really on this side of town, it's going to be a little bit more secluded, kind of out of the way. You're going to get that feel, that rural feel, but also have the extravagance of having some luxury around you, because there's going to be just nothing but pretty much custom homes. Very little residential kind of master plan communities on this side of town, and the Sandia Heights offers just a lot on that side of town when it comes to hiking, biking, walking trails, and stuff like that. Okay, and aside from it having a lot to offer, the population over there on that side of town is very minimal. You're looking at about a population of 3,000 people amongst this large area. So you can just tell that your neighbors aren't going to be pretty much out of reach. They're going to be next door, but it's going to be pretty much, you're going to have to walk over there in order to get their attention. And a lot of the houses up there don't have no fences, so just be aware of that. And then also, too, they have an ordinance on street lights and the lights that you can have at your house. So If you are planning on just lighting up the neighborhood, probably the only time you're going to be able to do that is during Christmas time, because those people out there just go all out. They really decorate their houses to make sure that the Christmas spirit just follows them up there. And if you are looking for a white Christmas, more than likely you're going to get it up there because they always get snow. So plan on driving a four-wheel drive car or an all-wheel drive car if you do live on that side of town, just because you're going to want to get in and out of your neighborhood and your driveway, because some of those driveways slope into the home. Obviously, it's built on the basin of a mountain, so keep that in mind, guys. Telling you, Albuquerque is just full with color, and that's the whole reason why a lot of people are moving down here. And this next area is just full with color and full of life. Just kind of gives you a taste for an older Albuquerque. And the area that I'm talking about is Coralis. Now, we haven't talked a whole lot about this area because it pretty much needs its own video, and we're going to be doing that here pretty soon, guys, just to give you a little bit more of a detail of what Coralis has to offer. Now, Coralis right now is still a village. Believe it or not, it's still considered a village because it's so tiny. It's really just like a suburb, I guess, if that's going to be the new term that we use, of Albuquerque. And a house up there right now, it's pretty expensive. We consider it the mini Napa Valley of Albuquerque because there's tons of wineries, and it being so close to the river and the bosque, it just really gives you that vibe of being somewhere in like Napa Valley with all the mountains and all that stuff. So just to give you a feel for what you're going to get down there with farms, ranches, little farmers markets every weekend during the summertime. Of course, right now, they don't really do a whole lot of farmers markets because it's cold outside. They'll do one every now and then if the weather's permitting. Like right now, the sun is barely starting to come up and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. It's been really cloudy today, which has helped with the filming. But other than that, if the video gets overexposed, I do apologize. But really just to kind of go over Coralis in a short bit, a house up there right now is on the average side is going for $680K. You are going to have some land, and you might get a custom home a little bit more on the Southwest style because that was really heavy down there back in the day. Now you're starting to see a lot more of that modern architecture really pop up here and there. And they really only have one main road and then just break offs into all these different little subdivisions. So if you're traveling down Main Road, there's going to be tons of places to enjoy, like Village Pizza, which is one of my personal favorites. And then also the cigar shop down there that I am a member of, which is going to be Padre Cigars. If you are in the area, I highly recommend that you go. And if you do enjoy cigars, you're going to enjoy their lounge because it's such a warm, homey vibe. And the owners, Denver and Ray, are super cool and chill people. I'm in downtown Albuquerque, and we obviously got some big buildings around here. A lot of people don't think that we do, but we got a few mini skyscrapers here. It's not going to be anything huge, but really this next area we're talking about, if we are talking about growth in size, is going to be Rio Rancho. Rio Rancho right now is just a growing and emerging city, and with everything that's moving over there, they're just growing at a rapid pace. Within the past 10 years, they've seen a ton of growth, and really there's a few new home builders up there right now that are really just hammering and just going to work as far as providing new residential communities and all these smart communities that offer like gyms in the neighborhood, pools, libraries, all these different things amongst, the normal stuff like walking trails and stuff. But they're really starting to take advantage of the availability of dirt up there. And you got people like Pulte, Hakes Brothers, D.R. Horton, and Westway going up there and just dominating. But to talk about housing, the average house over there goes for around $360K. You might find some that are a little bit more on under $250 if you are looking more on the northwest side of Rio Rancho. But just keep in mind that it's just still going to be very rural. You might not even be connected to the city water. You may have to take water up there, and you may have to deal with septic, which isn't a total negative thing. I know a lot of people are looking to get closer to the off-grid lifestyle, but with it lacking in trees and greenery, it's not going to be a place for me. So keep that in mind, that if you are moving to Rio Rancho, it is filled with dirt unless you get closer to the river. But you do got to give him credit because, I joke around. I say Rio Rancho is just as old as I am, but it's really just a little older. I'm only 30 years old, and Rio Rancho was established in the 60s. It's probably way older than that because people have lived out there and farmed out there for, years now. I can just, some of the stories and some of the people that I've talked to have said that their families have lived up there for more than, close to about 100 years. And a lot of the ranches that used to exist up there don't exist anymore. Some of the people have held on, but those are way out there. Still, again, very desert. All right, guys, the final area on our list, if you are looking to escape, right, the hustle and bustle of the city, the South Valley is just going to be kind of a rural, urban, mixed-use area with its own culture, its own, vibe. There is still a lot of farms and a lot of ranching going on down there, which is going to be the culture, right? Very hometown, slow down living, small town mindset where you're having one lane roads, graveled roads, dirt roads, no sidewalks, all that stuff, which isn't a negative because just like Coralis still providing that old time feel, the South Valley is doing the same for a lot of people. And right now people are starting to see where it's going, so they're starting to land grab down there. Right now you're going to find custom homes that are close to about $1 million. I think one of the governors built a house down there. They got this crazy house that was on like the Smithsonian Channel or whatever, and it got like its own pub, its own club, its own bar. I mean, whoever built it had the idea and the mindset of never to leave the house, or they worked from home, right? If they were the governor or some type of political figure, they did a lot of stuff from their home base. They got this beautiful and immaculate office that has this massive wooden desk that I could imagine only weighs probably 1,000 pounds. But the South Valley, with it being up and coming, guys, it's going to be very family orientated. There is going to be some residential areas that some of the new home builders are starting to take advantage of. I know Westway is moving that way, and they are a local builder, and they're starting to land grab to make sure that they can grab their piece of the pie while they can, because a lot of people, again, like Rancho, are starting to figure out what's down there. And you are also going to be close to the airport, which makes it a super huge convenience for anybody looking to travel, and especially if you are traveling, doing a lot of that stuff from city to city, and you just want to come home to a nice, peaceful, quiet area. South Valley's going to offer that for you guys. And really right now you're looking at an average sale price with all these great things that I just talked about and all the growth that's coming there. It's really only $300K, the average sale price over there. Now, sometimes you may run into an older house, but really what you're buying is the dirt and the area. So keep that in mind, guys, that not all the houses over there are going to be beautiful. They are going to be a little bit older. And if you do want something that's done, you are going to have to pay for it because everything that you have planned is already done. And those people see the value. So if you want to speed up time and you got some money, pay for that house that's already done. If you want to do things your way and you want to just grow with the place, buy that smaller house, make it into what it is that you want, or buy a piece of dirt that's still available down there. And really, you're going to get about an acre down there, which, I mean, for me is going to be more than enough. Maybe sometimes we want a little bit more if we want to live out our Yellowstone dream, but hey, to each his own. All right, guys, now went over some of the top areas that you want to move to when it comes down to moving to Albuquerque. Now, some are subdivisions, some are villages. We weren't super hyper-focused on the actual neighborhoods because there's just a ton of them. And really, guys, when we hop on that call with you guys, and like I said, that number popping up on the screen is my direct line. I'm the one that answers all the calls, texts, and emails. And me and my team would love to hop on a quick call with you guys just to really figure out what's going to work best for you guys and what your wants and needs are when it comes to these different areas. But other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If there's anything we can do for you guys, hit us up because we love to help. Peace. What's up, brother? Good? You guys? Our YouTube channel? Sell real estate and run a YouTube channel for real estate. So, yeah,